Live from Hickory, it's Country-ish. Hit it, Alan.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in overalls, living next to the woods. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I'm from Hickory, and I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe, and sound wherever you are. Let me do this. What up, bumpkins? Good to see you. That's what I call the people who are the followers of Country-ish. You're about to watch and or listen to episode 47 of Country-ish, and we have a dandy. We have a great show, man. Lots to do. Very funny comedian Brooks Wheelan's going to be zooming in a little bit. You'll remember him from SNL. I've got another Screen Actors Guild residual check. We're going to play that game in about 15 minutes. And we went to a haunted adventure, they call it, because it's not a house, it's not a trail, it's a combination of stuff. Anyway, we have a very hilarious video of me and my country-ish boys going through Lake Hickory Haunts. We're going to do that. And we have a great small-town news story that we're going to do from Elkin Park, Pennsylvania. It's a feel-good story, so stay tuned. You're going to have a great time. And we're going live. We're going live! And I got my intern, Isaiah, back there. He will be checking the comments. We're looking at your comments. I'm not necessarily looking at them. Isaiah's looking at him. I've told him to pick out interesting ones from time to time. We will read them and give you shout-outs. So got a lot going on. And also sitting next to him, I don't want to ignore him, is intern Elliott. That's right. We've got we actually have 3 interns, but 2 that are on camera today, Elliott and Isaiah. And I don't know where to start because I told them to go ahead and bring in, we'll make a friendly wager, friendly competition. I said, who can make the best country-ish bumpkin pumpkin? And we've got 2 of them in here. We're going to get to that in a minute. But first, let me get to the man sitting across the table. Very tall man. I mean, he's right up there with that character from the scary movie Cthulhu. He's a tall guy. I want to say coming in at let me do this. I want to say 10 feet 37 inches tall. All right. Some people like to call him the Southeastern Man of Mystery. I like to call him Sebastian, sitting right here at my 137. How you doing?
Great, man. We're live.
Good to see you. We're live. We're having fun. We've had fun this weekend.
Oh, we've had a blast.
I mean, I don't know where to start. We could talk about the Crawdad. I did a show at the Craw. I didn't do a show. Last episode, Fortune Feemster was in here. She did a show at the Hickory Crawdad Stadium. I went and sort of said, how do you do? She's on the podcast. And so if you're joining us because you saw me there, thank you. But I did 10 minutes or something. Oh. That's cool.
Yeah.
Or we could talk about a crazy weekend we had together.
The unexpected. That normally happens, though, doesn't it?
But I want to start. See, I see you've got.
Well, I got a cigar here.
Look at this.
I don't normally smoke these things.
Why did I give you a cigar at the beginning of the show?
I think we're celebrating, right?
Yeah. We got something to brag about.
Why don't you fill them in?
Well, what happened was, I forgot what episode this was, but we talked about how there was a Netflix series coming out called Country-ish. And we're like, what the hey, dude? What about us? We've had Country-ish for a long time. Go Go back and look up that episode. We talked about it. And then I also said, well, I didn't get the trademark. So legally I have no rights to Country-ish. Can't beat them, join them. I figured we'd make it a segment and we would talk about it and we would review the show. So I had already figured, can't beat them, join them. But I noticed something over the weekend. They're no longer called Country-ish. They changed their name. We won. Victory is ours.
Victory.
There's no longer, there never was a Country-ish.
It was probably our team of lawyers.
I think, you know what it was? My bumpkins got to them.
Yep.
People like Rick Sanford III, people like Samantha Dawn Kingston,
Right.
put the fear of God in them. Maybe some lawyers were involved, like you said.
Yep.
But there's no longer, look, they changed the name. It's now called Country Ever After. We are
Victorious.
the only Country-ish. We don't even have to say podcast anymore, Alan. We can just say you're watching Country-ish. I don't even like putting podcast on it because we are a podcast, but we're also live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's video. So, victory! Cheers. Oh, before I forget, we have new Patreon people. That's right. If you want to support the podcast, there's ways you could do that. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the support page, and there's many different levels that you can sign up as a supporter, and we got a bunch of new ones.
Read them out.
All right. So as a reward, you get shout outs on the show. I'm going to try and bust through these. I apologize. I get emotional.
Yeah, these times.
When people sign up on the Patreon. Or maybe I just have a sinus thing. But here we go. Sean Kelly, Ronald Cudd, David Steichleather, Charles Hinton, Thomas Ewert, Robert Stroiser, Esther Bellevue, Roger LaFira, Jeffrey McMahon, Jonna Weaver, Deanna Chancellor, Brooke Casper, and Mark Driver. All new Patreon supporters at different levels. We got Rhinestones, we got Pewter Pros. Love you. All right. Whew. So that's what's going on. Very exciting weekend. What should we do first? What do you want to do first? You want to talk about our weekend, or you want to look at these pumpkins?
Let's talk about the weekend. Let's go to the pumpkins.
Okay. I forgot what night it was.
It was Friday.
Okay.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I was extremely busy, worked very late.
Yeah.
And you sent me this message.
I said, come to Iron Thunder. Me, my girlfriend Jody, and her friend Pamela.
Yeah.
Pamela's ready to get out. She's, not been feeling well, but now she feels good. She's like, let's get out of the house. Party time. In honor of Pamela, we went to Iron Thunder. They did karaoke. That
Her
was
favorite,
fun.
Yep.
And we had a good time.
We had an excellent time there.
And we bumped into many different people.
Yep.
I don't know this dude's name, but he's a fan. He calls into the show sometimes. I forgot his dang name, but he had the Country-ish hat.
I'll give you, it's Frankie.
Oh, it's Frankie.
Shout out to Frankie.
Shout out Frankie, air horn. He was at Iron Thunder. He had the hat, the Country-ish shirt, and the ginger beard mask.
He had it all.
Yeah, and he sang some karaoke, and we had a good time. We also bumped into another guy named Adam Wheeler who owns Lazy Hogs, and he also owns, does he have shooters?
Well, it used to be Shooters. Now it's changed the name to MVP.
MVP.
They redid everything. Super nice. Beautiful inside. If you haven't got a chance to go,
Yeah.
you should go. It's my first time. I've never been
I
there.
hadn't been in there either since they changed it.
Yeah.
MVP, Mountain View Pub, or Most Valuable Player, however you want to look at it. Play on words. Good job, Adam. He was kind enough to give us a little sneak peek of it, and we went in there and had a blast.
In fact, I saw you do some break dancing from like
listen.
1984.
I am an ex-break dancer. And he started playing Jam on It by Nucleus.
Yeah.
I had to get down.
Had to get down.
And the shirt came off.
It did.
I like to take my shirt off.
I've noticed this, Bert. You've taken
Yeah,
a shot.
I was doing it before, Bert.
You do? Oh, he stole
I mean,
it from
look,
you.
he didn't steal it from me. A lot of people have taken their shirt off. I mean, in the history of mankind, a lot of people have taken
Can't
their shirt off.
trademark that, can you?
Bert made it his thing, and now
Yeah.
anytime you take your shirt off, okay, Bert.
Yeah.
But I also have a Russian story I can't talk about because of him. But no, we had a great time, and I just want to say thanks to Adam for his hospitality and everybody at Iron Thunder. We had a good time. Isaiah, I'm so sorry that you weren't able to come on that one. I know I owe you a trip to Iron Thunder. Do not worry, it's going to happen. How you holding up?
Oh, I'm holding up great.
Yeah. Any interesting comments as of yet?
I don't know if I should read this one.
Oh, that's
but
scary.
It's funny. It's funny.
Let's give it a whirl.
Let's do it.
Wait, read it first, and then don't say the name. Just read the comment.
Okay. So when you was talking about, that we was going live and you told everybody you was on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
My dad said you forgot Pornhub Live.
That's right. Thanks. Shout out to your dad. What's his name?
Rick Pinnell.
Rick Pinnell, thank you for reminding me. I am on Pornhub as well. I did some adult films in the 90s I'm not proud of. In fact, when we get to the Screen Actors Guild residual check, this might be from one of the many adult films I've done, Hickory Stick.
Hickory Stick. I was going to throw a few out there. Is that the one, Hickory Stick?
Well, it could be that one. It could be Last Comic Pounding. You don't know.
I like that one.
Right. There's lots of things. Hemi-powered penis was a big one.
Hemi-powered penis was excellent.
They stopped airing those.
Yeah, they stopped it. They stopped it. You're probably not getting any checks from that.
From a lot of things, so who knows? So also, if you want to help the podcast and you have $0, you can always go to iTunes or Apple Podcast and give us a rating and a review. And if you do that, and it's kind, we'll pick one at random and we'll read it. And in fact, I could read one for you right now. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, Sebastian, stop me. I'm not sure where we left off, but we got a bunch of new ones. This is one from L Donnie 4, 5 stars. Simply says, "Love it. Learned about your podcast last night at Fortune's stand-up show."
Awesome.
So that paid off.
There you go.
You guys are funny. Love it. Great. Here's another one. Must listen. 5 stars from N.M. Ross. Says, I like this one. "I absolutely love listening to you guys. It sure helps pass the time during harvest. I'm glad I stumbled onto Country-ish when I listened to your episodes with Bert. Everybody needs some reap in their lives. Keep up the good work. Bicycle Nathan from Illinois." Thank you guys for writing those. It helps the podcast, and we appreciate it. All righty then. So also hung out with Jody this past weekend. I think it was Saturday night. So we got crazy Friday night.
We ended up in a long. In fact, you might probably forgot.
What, her place playing the Wii?
Yeah, I beat you in bowling.
Yeah. So we got back to Jody's place, and her daughter Lainey and her friend had set up the Wii, and they were playing Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I love.
Yes. It's
and
fun.
I had
Drunken
a
Wii bowling is
Drunken
even
Wii
better.
bowling, and I was convinced I could beat you, and you beat me. So congratulations.
Thank you.
On your Wii bowling victory. Now, I also want to say this. Me and Alan Jackson. By the way, we have celebrities on our podcast. We've got, I'm guessing. We have the Alan Jackson. We have Sebastian. And from time to time, we have John Stamos' brother in here. He's not with us today. But just so you know, if you're new to the podcast, celebrities. Okay? And what I was going to say is, me and the Alan Jackson got to talking about one of our favorite video games back in the day was Tecmo Bowl.
Yep.
On the Sega? Mm-hmm. Or was it Nintendo? Either one. Could have been both. Yeah. And what we're going to do is challenge some of these younger kids who play video games all the time. Isaiah, you play video games?
Yeah, I play NBA 2K.
What system?
PS4.
Okay. Have you ever played Madden?
Yeah.
Are you pretty good at playing Madden?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay. I guarantee you either me or the Alan Jackson could pick up Madden and beat you without playing in over 20-some years. And I want you to find one of your millennial friends to join us. We'll make a segment out of it.
All right.
Difference is it won't be on a PS4. It's going to be on a Sega. Yeah!
I've played on a Sega before, so.
I stepped into a can of worms, quite possibly. But that's something we're working on in the future. All right. The Alan Jackson. I think we need to get to our first segment, Screen Actors Guild Residual Check. Are there people on hold? You can tell Liza. Yep, there are people in the waiting room. All right. So if you're new to the podcast, this is an ongoing segment. You know, I've done a lot of acting in my day. I've done some commercials. I've done sitcoms. I've done movies. We already talked about the adult films. Yep. And they have to pay you when they air these things. It's called a residual check. And I get these in the mail. And we made a game out of it. I've not opened this envelope, but there's probably a check in here. I'm going to open the envelope. I'm going to tell everybody what it's for and where it's airing and how they're doing all that. You guess the amount. Closest person to the amount wins the game. But if you get it exactly right, I give you the check. It's a game that we like to call
How much is that Screen Actors Guild residual? Yeah! That's my favorite one we've ever done.
Yeah, it's live. Thank you, Alan.
All right. Well, I got a check right here in my hands. And it's for something. Let me read it to you. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh, wait.
Not what I thought.
Oh.
Okay. For those of you who've been paying attention, we had a run of these. Now it's something totally different. It's going to throw out. If you've been paying attention and you had a guess in your brain, time to scramble it up because it's going to be a little different. This is for Jane the Virgin.
I love Jane the Virgin.
Do you?
One of my favorites.
I've not even watched my episode. Are you kidding me? Don't lie to me. You don't watch that damn show. Isaiah, Jane the Virgin?
I've never watched an episode.
Well, Elliott, can you lean in and tell us, do you know anything about Jane the Virgin?
I think I started to watch the pilot, but got about 15 minutes in. I'm sorry.
You know, and I forgot to introduce Elliott. We're going to get to him in a minute. We got two amazing interns. They do a lot for us. And Elliott, you're going to get your props here in a second. He's basically our research department. Anytime I got new guests coming up, he'll do some research on them. And Talent Scout. He looks for new people, guests. And we got some big ones on the hook. We got some irons in the fire. We're going to get to that in a minute. Let's do the game. Jane the Virgin. This is for one episode. Episode 404, Chapter 68, if you're paying attention at home. And it's just for internet rental. Now, this is going to be a little confusing because they've got the total gross, and then they've got the check, which is taxes taken out. You want the total check or you want the gross? Pick one, and we'll just say it's that.
Let's go with the gross.
All right. So here's the total gross. Sebastian, how much is this Screen Actors Guild residual?
One episode of Jane the Virgin,
Yes.
$14.84.
Why did he stop?
Oh, I have to judge your reaction and
Yeah.
see if I'm close or not.
Okay. That's
a great
very
guess.
intelligent, good guess. Lucky man. What kind of lock do you want? You want a cranberry lock?
I want the cranberry lock.
Cranberry
Yes,
lock.
Cranberry lock.
Did you get that, Alan? Was it 14 and what? 1484. All right. Now, should we go to the phones or we want intern Isaiah to play? All right. Let's get Isaiah to play. Elliott, I've not properly introduced you. You're going to have to wait. You can't play the game. But you have a chance to win something else. I don't want you to get discouraged. Because we got two jack-o'-lanterns coming up.
They're jacked up all right.
I told them to make two country-ish bumpkin pumpkins. I said, whatever you think that is, create it, and we'll let the people at home choose who has the better country pumpkin. And we'll put a poll up on the Facebook page, and we'll let them pick. In a week from now, we'll announce the winner. But we're going to get to that in a minute. Intern Isaiah, what is your guess?
So I'm going to go $12.15.
He just undercutted you by $2.
Of course he did. Little Price is Right.
Yeah.
Pansy.
Why don't you just say $1? We don't play Price is Right rules. Price is Right rules are closest without going over. You're
Yeah.
allowed to go over.
Oh, I can go over. So I'm good.
You're allowed to go over. It's like horseshoes and hand grenades. It's whoever's the closest, no matter what. Did you get that, Alan? Cranberry locked. All right, so let's go to the phone lines. We got people on hold who are dying to make a guess of how much this Screen Actors Guild residual check. You let me know. Okay, this is John Reap. You're on the phone right now with me, John Reap. Who am I talking to?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, Rick Sanford III. All right, dude, I don't know if you're watching us live. We got your Grin Reaper over here lit up.
I saw that. Looks nice.
Yep. And we got your cigars that we're celebrating with for beating Netflix.
Nice.
Okay. Mr. Sanford III, do you have a guess for me?
Oh, man. So my guess is going to be $8.71.
$8.71. Everyone's going down in price.
Yeah.
$8.71. Let's lock him in. Thank you, Rick. Stay on hold. I think we got more people coming up. All right. I love his laugh, man. He makes me happy.
He's huge.
He's a big
He's
guy.
bigger than me.
He's bigger than you. All right. This is John Reap. You're on the phone. Who am I talking to?
This is Emma Crow calling you all the way from Texas.
This is obviously some sort of joke. I don't. Wait, who is it? What's your name?
You know,
Kyle.
Emmit Emmett Crow Crow.
Gotcha. Emmett Crow from Texas. What part of Texas, buddy?
Oh, just a little bit south of the river.
I can't wait to find out who it is. All right, Emmett Crow. What's your guess? How much is this residual check?
I think it's going to be $65.45.
Oh, my gosh.
$65.40 what?
5 cents.
45 cents. Locking him in.
Obviously,
All right.
he's a big Jane the Virgin fan, too, right?
Yeah. Put him on
Kinda
hold.
crazy.
And Alan, wait. I think this might be someone messing with us, but it's
Yeah.
okay. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I have a sense of humor. I hope that Harry Butts calls in. You know what I mean? I hope that there's. I look forward to being so big that people prank call us from time to time. So, Emmett Crow, if that's your real name, south of the river, in an undisclosed location in Texas, good on you, brother. All right. Let's go to the next call. You're on the phone with me, John Reap, and you're on. Who am I talking to?
Hi, fellas. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? Who's this?
Samantha.
Oh, Samantha. Well, I didn't recognize your voice at first. It was a little
country there.
A little higher pitched than last time I remember. How are you, Samantha? You doing good?
I'm doing good. I got a baby on my lap right now.
Well, it's not the baby I sent you in the mail. It's not that cat, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not the kitty.
Yeah, I sent her the one of the episodes we did on Goodwill Hunting, the therapy cat that just purrs.
Which I
sent her that in the
love.
mail. Yeah. So, Samantha, we also have. She's outdoors. That was a car.
Yeah, it was a car.
Okay, we also have some cards that you sent us in the mail. I don't know why I used the word we because I didn't get one, but so Sean's got one, Alan's got one, Isaiah's got one, Stamos has one, but he's not here. But they say thank you. What's your guess?
You're most certainly welcome. $25.75.
Wow.
Oh, she went high.
$25.75. All right, good guess. Lock her in. Okay. The Alan Jackson, you want to go one more?
Let's do 2 more.
You're manning the phones. So far, so good. Okay, you're on the phone with me, John Reap. Who am I talking to?
I'm talking to Shane Flint.
Shane Flint from Michigan.
Flint, Michigan? No, probably from Virginia.
Virginia.
I know. That's why I said that. I was having fun. Shane Flint from Virginia. Thanks for calling in, brother. Thanks for all you do. Let's have a guess, buddy.
$31.33.
$31.33. That's a good guess. You're locked in. And let's go one more, the Alan Jackson.
All right, one more. Taking the next one in.
And you are on the phone with me, John Reap. Who am I talking to?
This is Sean Kelly.
Sean Cody?
Sean Kelly.
You
Your new Patreon and
He's on the
Facebook.
list. He's the new guy.
Hang on. Where's he at?
Top of
Sean
the
Kelly. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, bud. All right. Well, I'm rooting for you. I mean, we got other Patreons probably on the phone too, but Sean Kelly, welcome to the Country-ish podcast. Do you have a guess for me, buddy?
I do. I'm going to guess $13.69.
What? $13.
They're trying to get me.
69 cents. All right. You are locked in.
Now you're going to put them on mute.
All right.
And now so all 5 of them are on hold.
All 5 on hold, muted. We've got all the guesses out there. I want to say, first of all, congratulations, because all of you, these are pretty good guesses. Not anyone went too low, not anyone went too high. Everyone's starting to get the rhythm of the game. They're all hovering around it, man. And somebody got. I'm very excited because this might be a first.
Somebody got the check?
Nobody
Nope.
got the check. But I will say this. There are 4 digits, and there's a decimal point,
Yeah.
and it's going to go somewhere within these 4 digits. And the digits, the numbers, in no particular order.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 3, there's a 7, there's a 2, and there's another 2. Now we got to get the order. Behind the decimal point is a 3 and a 2. It's 32 cents. So
it's
that
an even
leaves a
22.
2 or a 7.
Oh, 20.
So is it $72.32 or is it $27.32? The answer is this check, the total gross is $27.32. The Alan Jackson. I know Samantha guessed 25 something, but someone also guessed 30 something.
Samantha got it there.
Samantha Dawn Kingston, congratulations. Let's get her on the horn.
I think this is
Samantha Dawn Kingston, is this you? Yes, congratulations, boo-boo. You're the winner of the Screen Actors Guild Residual check. How do you feel?
The check?
Nope, the game. You got close. The check is for $27.32. Your guess was $25.75. I think it's the closest anyone's ever gotten, and then she's won before. Like she's won this game before with a very close guess.
about $1.50 off.
Yeah. What was that?
He was about $1.50 off.
$1.50 this time?
Right about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, congratulations.
2-time champion.
Yeah, yeah. She is the reigning, defending champion of the Screen Actors Guild Residual check game, but not the check. How do you feel? What are you going to do with all that? I can't say cash, but how do you feel?
Wonderful. I'm going to Disney World.
Well, take some pictures and tag me and all that good stuff. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for all you do. We got these cards. We're going to open them here in a minute. I mean, these other guys will open it up. I might go use the bathroom. So, but I will tell you this. Let's do this because I told you there's 2 amounts. We played the gross.
Yep.
Now, the actual check is a different amount. This is after taxes, what I get. So I'm not even getting $27.32. Alan, you still got the numbers up, right?
Yep.
The actual check is $17.42. Who got that one?
That would be Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I killed myself.
With a guess of, do
1484.
you remember your guess?
Your guess, his guess was $14.84.
Yeah.
If I would have just said
So,
net.
so you still didn't get as close as Samantha
You're
to the
right.
gross, but yeah. But in case there's anyone that doesn't believe me, Here it is. That's the breakdown of it right there, $27.32. And here's the actual check for $17.42. We're in the money. We're in the money. All right. And that. Oh, yeah. Wait. I want to say something else while they're all on the phone. Thank you all for calling in. Intern Elliott wanted me to remind everybody, if you download the ABC app on your Roku or Fire TV or even your phone or tablet, the entire series of the Rodney sitcom is available to stream for free. And you could even impact the residual check game. So maybe if everyone goes and downloads and listens to Rodney, I'll get more residual checks and you could have a better, more educated guess. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. And I want to say thank you all for calling in. And goodbye, Sickle. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Did I mention we're going live? We're doing it live. In fact, Intern Isaiah is over here looking at your comments. Surely by now someone else has said something hilarious.
Yeah. Ben Travis. Hold on, let me scroll back up here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this podcast makes marijuana better. Beat that.
Well, wow.
Wow.
What a
now
compliment.
That's a 5-star iTunes review.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Marijuana makes this podcast better. But thank you, Ben Travis. I appreciate that. Now, the Alan Jackson. We're done with the residual check game. Do we want to go straight to? We're not breaking here, right? Okay. All right. I want to say something. All right. So, someone said something to us about it would be interesting if you guys went to a haunted house. My girlfriend Jody, her daughter Lainey, went to this place called Lake Hickory Haunts, and I didn't even really know about it. You know, I grew up in Hickory, but I moved away in 1992, and I was gone. I went to Raleigh, and I went to Los Angeles. I just moved back here 2 years ago. So a lot has happened since I've been gone, and Hickory's got some amazing, awesome things, and I want to brag about this place. And I'm not really a haunted house guy, you know. I love Halloween because I love every season. I love every holiday. I get into it when it's time, but I've never been like a haunted house, fanatic. But I had to go to this place. I think it would be fun. I thought it would be fun for us to go together and get some content and share it with everybody on the podcast. And boy, was I in for a surprise. You went with me.
Wow.
Marcus Stamos went with me and his daughter Ella.
Yep.
And Intern Isaiah went with me. And poor the Alan Jackson
filmed it all.
Had to walk backwards and film us doing this thing with one camera in one hand and another camera with the flash on. I mean, so thank you, the Alan Jackson. So should we just play it? Yeah. All right, everybody check this out. This is us going to Lake Hickory Haunts. Check it out. Hey, everybody. John Reed, but you know that. You're watching the podcast. I got my Country-ish squad here. Come here, Marcus Stamos. Where's your glasses? So we're going to film ourselves going through Lake Hickory Haunts. I believe it's in Hickory. Could be Roadhiss.
Close enough.
Close enough. Okay, so here's the thing. I've not been to a haunted house since I was a kid. I don't really get scared too easily, especially if I know what's going on. But what does scare me is like spiders and snakes. So if we go through something and there's a dang spider or something, you did kind of get me. I got you a little bit. Do I just go in here? Do I get a tour guide? Where's she at? Through the double doors! Through the double doors. Through the double doors. Now, come on in. These are double doors, yeah. Okay. The walls are caving in! I can't say where I'm going.
All right, hold on.
Oh, get a money! What is that?
Step right there.
We got a live wire. Ow! Ah! Oh, it don't matter if I. She's coming for you guys. How you feel, like? Ah! What the heck? Off my hat. Talk to me, Isaiah. How are you feeling right now?
I think I pooped my pants back there.
Let me get behind you since you're tall. Oh, I hear like somebody eating something. I knew I shouldn't have went to Cracker Barrel before this. Whoa! God. I saw that in Poltergeist. Go into the light. There is peace and serenity in the light. Caroline! When I was a dude, Mountain View had the county fair. We had a fall festival. In the elementary school, they used the bathroom for a haunted house. And that was it.
Artist! Your soul don't belong to Papa!
Oh, I got some stuff right here.
Hi, Jinx! My Papa's been waiting on you all day!
He's been waiting on me, huh? Okay.
Y'all ain't supposed to be here?
Sorry, sir, we're just passing through. They're good at this. Oh, it's smoky. Wow. Someone left the oven on.
Where's the bridge? There's gonna be something in the water.
We're on the water. Oh. Smoke on the water. I got this. I speak ginger. These are my friends. I'm a ginger. We just want to pass through.
Don't get too close to the water!
Get close to the water.
Wanna get drowned in?
No, I never know what's so funny. Why are they always laughing? See? I don't get the joke. Man. Oh, goodness. Whoa! I don't know what happens in here. Can we just keep going?
Keep going.
Oh, well, let's keep moving.
Move it, John, move it.
What does this button do? Isaiah, touch that button. Oh, the school bus!
Oh, we're going to the school bus.
Man, someone... I'll just sit down, man. Seat's taken. All
Y'all looking all lean and tender tonight. Come on in.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, it is. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Come on in. That's some good meat there.
Oh, thank you.
Wait for you in the back.
You're playing Frank Sinatra. It must be a friendly place.
Where's the laughter?
Well, it's coming. It's not laughter, it's slaughter. Oh, hey, guys, there's something. Yeah, there's we're in some kind of, what he said. You guys, be careful, go this way. He's ow! What the hell? I love Big Top Pee-wee.
Now we're gonna see the clown.
I mean, this is gonna be friendly and
This
nice.
is Alan's favorite thing.
Oh,
the
yeah.
clowns.
I don't like clowns either, man. Like, John Wayne Gacy ruined it for everybody. Okay, step right up. Nothing to fear here. Whoa, dude.
We're gonna trick all the clowns. Trick all the clowns.
Oh, dude. Oh. Hello. That's the best one so far. Hi. I'm just gonna. Whoa. No. Oh, God. Stuff. Yep. Well, home free. Everything is. Oh, wow.
Yeah, is that it? Whew. Yeah.
Wow. That was way better than any haunted experience I've ever had in my life. It's called Country-ish. And joining me right now, the owner, the operator, Mr. Ryan Settlemyer. Thanks for joining us.
No problem, John. Thanks for having me on.
I have so many questions about Lake Hickory Haunts. Number one, how long you been doing it?
Been doing it. This is our 9th season at Lake Hickory Haunts. Now, I've been scaring people a lot longer than that, but Lake Hickory Haunts, this season is our 9th season. We opened in 2012.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had a great time. We just showed the video. It was great. I did get scared, and I'm not a big Halloween scary kind of dude, but I heard that this was awesome through my girlfriend's daughter, and she came back and couldn't stop talking about it. And I thought, well, let's go check it out. It'll be fun. And I was in for quite a nice surprise because it's elaborate. And I got to commit. It's almost like I walked through something that you could have seen at Disney World or Universal Studios. Like it's well put together. Do you have experience in that?
So that's a good point. And first of all, thanks for those compliments. Really, I mean, a lot of people ask, not to get off topic, but a lot of people ask how long, when you guys start working on that, you guys start working in June, July. And I say, no, we're working on it all the time. People don't get it, but so my inspiration comes from, my first inspiration was Disney. Walt Disney was a very inspirational person for me. because he did something that was out of the box that had never been done before. And so what I noticed was my parents brought me to Disney World, multiple times when I was younger. Mm-hmm. So like the first time I went, I was 6, which is a little too young. But the second time when I was about 9, like literally as a 9-year-old, we're going through Disney World. And, most of the family members, they're like, oh, we're having fun. And of course I was having fun as well. But everybody's focused on what they're doing. And I'm like noticing little details. Like I noticed that when we go from like Frontierland, for example, and then you go over to Tomorrowland, not only does it look different, but also like the ground texture is different. And like it feels different on your feet. You go in the bathroom and the bathrooms are themed, and I was like, wow, like this is like you don't even feel like you're in the same world, Yeah. So that immersion was number one inspiring as far as how I like to make Lake Hickory Haunts immersive. On the other hand, on the horror aspect, that comes from mainly, I have to give credit to my dad. So, and again, not to get off topic, but when we opened in 2012, we had 4 partners with us together, and one of those being my dad. And he acted in the Hudson JCs in Caldwell County when he was a 16-year-old.
Wow. Okay.
So that was that's when he started doing it. And then I always make this joke that when my mom and dad were together and my mom was pregnant with me, they went through the scariest haunt in the country in Orlando, Florida at the time, which was called Terror on Church Street. Okay. And so I have this theory that it has something to do with, when I was still in the womb, I was getting scared. So when I came out, I was like, I want to scare some people myself.
Wow. Okay.
So, and then my dad and we did a volunteer haunted trail at his house in Hudson when I was a younger kid. And then I just fell in love with acting and scaring people and kind of went from there.
This place is gigantic. How much like square feet are we talking, or miles? Or how big is it?
So the best way to say it is acres, really.
Right. Thank you.
So we've got about so we own about 70 acres, but we're using about 40 acres of land is about what you're going through. So yeah, it's quite a bit of walking, a lot of people say. And what I always say is it wouldn't be a great business model if you scared everybody as much as you could until they're terrified, right? Yeah. And so we get some customers coming that want that scary, terrifying, like, oh, I'm literally afraid I'm going to die or get taken or something, experience. But I think there's enough of that in the real world that we don't need to simulate real danger. Sure. What it is what you want is just like a roller coaster, right? You want to be able to feel free to be scared and know like, oh, this is crazy. Like we're, 400 feet in the air, but I know that we're safe because the engineers have signed off on it. And, there's all these safety, precautions in place. So same thing here. We want customers and you guys to feel safe, to be scared, to be able to let your guard down and get that adrenaline rush of just being scared rather than having to go down the road, 100 miles an hour in a car or something, which is really dangerous, right? So it's a way of release.
Wow. Okay. So tell everybody the best way to find you is to go to, was it LakeHickoryHaunts.com?
Yep, LakeHickoryHaunts.com. And then this year, we're especially asking that people buy tickets online, LakeHickoryHaunts.com/tickets. But LakeHickoryHaunts.com, you'll see everything you need to see from there.
Are you staying open until Halloween or after Halloween?
After Halloween. So the cool part is Halloween this year is on a Saturday, which is the first time this has happened in a long time. Not only that, but it's also a full moon on Halloween. And not only that, but October 1st was a full moon. Yeah. Because a full moon is every 31 days. So it's like October opened with a full moon and it's closing with a full moon on a Saturday. Yeah. So if you're coming, don't come on Halloween because it's going to be packed, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know,
If you don't have tickets already, go pick another day, right?
right. And with the crowds thing, just one thing I want to say on that point, because it's important to me, is masks. So we try to keep people socially distanced, and we're doing the online tickets. And like I say, we will sell out of on-site tickets. But the most important part of this is that people wear masks.
Yeah.
And we're not going to force people to wear masks because some people have medical conditions and what have you. But if you can, please wear a mask for the safety of our employees as well as our customers.
Yeah.
You know, that's the most important thing is the masks. And otherwise, you know, we're doing everything we can.
No, listen, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, go check out Lake Hickory Haunts. Get your tickets online. You better do it now. They're open till November 12th, and I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah. Open till November 14th.
November 14th, and they're having a blackout with glow sticks.
That's
Go
right.
to lakehickoryhaunts.com.
Hey, thanks, John. I appreciate you guys.
My pleasure. Thank you, buddy. Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to country-ish-podcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us in many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to country-ish-podcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Hey everybody, John Reap here, hanging out at Wayneo's Silver Bullet. We're gonna go check it out. Only place on 127 you can brown bag. Come on!
Real quick, if you want to help us out, one way you can do it is give us a rating and a review at Apple Podcast. As you can see right behind me, so far we've gotten 234 ratings, all 5 stars, baby. That's what we want. Also, you can write a review. The last one was written on April the 10th, 2020, so we need some new ones. Go in there and be creative. Say nice things, please, and it will help us here at the studio keep the lights on and keep making funny country-ish podcasts. Thank you. And we're back. All righty. Thank you all for sticking in there. Great show so far. We got more coming up. Very funny comedian from Saturday Night Live. Brooks Wheelan's going to zoom into the show in a little bit, right? We got him. Okay, so he's going to zoom in here in a minute. We're trying to get the timing down because this is all live. And we got a crazy, you're bringing me a crazy story, a silly story.
Silly story.
Yeah, this is going to be a feel-good story out of Pennsylvania. But first, I want to go to Elliott and Intern Isaiah. These are my 2 interns. I told them to make a country-ish bumpkin pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. And I think what we're going to do is on the Facebook group, the Facebook Country-ish group or fan page, we're going to put a poll up. And you guys at home, I want my bumpkins to vote who has the better jack-o'-lantern. Is it Intern Isaiah? Or is it Elliott? Isaiah, why don't you go first? Why don't you sort of position your country-ish bumpkin pumpkin there? Tell us about it. What are your thoughts? Talk me through What am I looking at here? I see some gigantic teeth. What are those?
Yeah, he has big old country buck teeth.
Yeah.
Just 2 buck teeth. And apparently he's on crack because he only has 2.
Crack could knock out some teeth for sure.
And has a big beard, a long beard.
I noticed you carved the eyes and mouth. Everything else is drawn on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so yours is hollow, and you could put a candle in there if you wanted to. You don't have to do it right now. Does yours have a name or anything? I noticed the nose is pretty big.
Yeah.
You've taken a Sharpie and made the nose really big.
Mm-hmm.
Now this isn't me, is it? You didn't.
No, that ain't you.
Okay.
If
okay
it was
if it
you,
is.
we would have gave him a real small mouth.
This is true. He's right. I got a tiny mouth and no lips. That's true. So that's just your basic country bumpkin pumpkin. I like it. Now, intern Elliott. It's his intern turn. Now, I notice that, by the way, Elliott, in a second here, I want you to tell me all about what other guests that you're working on. Elliott is our talent scout. He's also our research department. He's one-stop shopping. He's very safe. He's got the mask on. He's sporting the ginger beard mask, which I love. Elliott, tell me a little bit about your pumpkin.
Well, this is what happens when you mix alcohol and cold medicine.
Yours has a hat. It's got a sunflower seed. It looks like it might have a beard. It's got a corncob pipe. And this is what I love about Elliott. He goes above and beyond the call of duty. Now, as you can see, Intern Isaiah, very good pumpkin. Elliott, also very good pumpkin, but comes with a story. He wrote a one-page, Elliott didn't write it. The pumpkin wrote it.
The pumpkin to you?
Yeah, Curtis Hornbuckle is the name of the pumpkin. And we got a whole bio on him. We're going to put that on the Country-ish fan page, group, whatever. It's going to be right there as you vote. Maybe this will sway your opinion. You know, do you vote for Isaiah or do you vote for intern Elliott? Both did a very good job, and I'm very proud. Thank you, guys. Now, intern Elliott,
yes, sir.
This is where I'd like you to get as close as possible to the microphone, and I would like you to give us an update. What irons do you have on the fire for upcoming guests for the Country-ish podcast?
Okay, well, we just confirmed the winner. Not the runner-up, not third place, the winner of Worst Cooks in America, Ariel Robinson.
Okay.
A wonderful woman. You
Very
want to love
good.
her. Yes.
Now, is she from here?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Ariel, I'm going to be in Charleston November the 20th.
Yep.
At the Charleston Music Hall doing some comedy. Maybe if she's around there, we can run
Maybe she
into
could
her.
cook up something.
Maybe she could cook me something. She won Worst Cooks in America.
Yes, sir. And she just started on the Mike on the Mic show once or twice a month with your friend Mike Ellis.
Very good.
Yeah, out of
Okay.
Abbeville.
So that's one.
Yes, sir. And Tony Bullard, he's an incredible guitarist. He plays with Earl and the Agitators, sometimes with Foghat. He's played with Marshall Tucker, the Allman Brothers, Black Oak, Arkansas, pretty much any of the great Southern rock bands. Leonard Skinner, he's played with. And he just had a couple of gigs in Texas this weekend, but he's going to get back to you. He did promise to get back to me. And on the Steve Martin front, we're still working our way through the layers of security.
Yes, Elliott, that's the mission is Steve Martin. That's the great white whale we're really trying to get him. You know, that's a big get.
That's a big one. He doesn't do interviews.
I mean, but if Elliott can make it happen.
But we've got him.
Elliott, can you tell everybody what the connection was? We tried to do it on the last podcast, but I know me and the Alan Jackson messed it up. I want you to actually tell us what the connection is.
Our phlebotomist's mother-in-law cleans his house, or she did pre-COVID, and she will, when things pick up back up again.
Your phlebotomist mother-in-law.
Yes.
Does okay.
It cleans his house, yes, sir.
And the package has already been sent?
Yes, sir.
And what did we get? Did he get the package?
As far as we know, I mean, it was delivered to the guard house, and everything stays out there for a couple of days, but enough time has passed, so I'm assuming.
Well, there you go, folks. Stay tuned. Hopefully, one of these days, Steve Martin, if you're watching this, come on, man. All right, he's country-ish. He's Metro Jethro, right? Okay. Yes, Alan. You're. Do I need to go? Okay. So there's. Yes. Oh, go ahead, Elliott.
I'm sorry. Could I just remind everyone that our friends in the band Replica will be performing at the Lake Hickory Haunts this Saturday night at 7:30.
There you go.
So they put on an incredible show. They have a synchronized light show with it. It's incredible.
Speaking of Lake Hickory Haunts, very good. Nice plug. Thank you, Elliott. Thank you, Isaiah. Good luck to both of you in your Country-ish Bumpkin Pumpkin contest.
Go vote.
I think we move on because we got a. Is he ready? Is he ready now? Okay, on hold. We got a guy who's zooming in right now. Very funny comedian. He's been on SNL. You've seen him on Comedy Central, all kinds of stuff. Let's welcome right now Brooks Wheelan.
Take another look and tell me that.
So let's start from the beginning. I always like to get the story. How did this whole comedy ball get rolling for you?
Well,
you were in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Is that right?
Well, yeah. I was going to the University of Iowa. My brother worked at Penguins. Have you ever done Penguins?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So my brother was a bartender at Penguins. And then I loved comedy my whole life. I've always wanted to do stand-up since I was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
I just like read Adam Sandler did it. And I was like, oh, I should do that.
Yeah.
That's like I was honestly like, that's how Adam Sandler got on Saturday Night Live. I want to get on Saturday Night Live. I'll do stand-up comedy. And so I started like writing jokes as like a little kid. And I would like tell somebody, I was like, yo, I heard this joke on Comedy Central the other day. And I like pitched a joke I'd written that was fucking 8-year-old wrote.
Yeah.
And if they if they laughed, I'd be like, I actually wrote that joke. But if they
this is
laugh,
a great idea.
Yeah, but if they didn't laugh, I'd be like, that was I thought that joke sucked too.
Wow. That's a clever way of sneaking in a joke on someone and not getting your feelings hurt.
Yeah. Well, my feelings would get hurt. They just wouldn't know I'm dumb.
Yeah.
And it was writing that material.
I mean, not look embarrassed. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that's good, though.
So then I just went and did an open mic at Penguins. And then like that night, I mean, you did Penguins back when it was in the basement, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, for listeners, it's like the like not anymore because it flooded, but it was old school Penguins is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It was the definition of an 80s comedy club.
Yeah.
It was like in a basement below a Mexican restaurant, low ceilings, 150 people.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. And I got a job there. The night I did the open mic, I was like, I need to be around this 24/7. Mm-hmm. And so I just answered phones, ran the lights, would serve when they needed me to. And then eventually they would let me host the bad shows, the ones that, like Jeff didn't want to host, who was the manager, who has owned it. And then, I just took it super serious and then started driving, to Kansas City and Chicago and Minneapolis on the weekends to do their open mics and moved to Chicago and was just like, I got to make this my life, and then moved to LA to keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a little progression there. Did you ever do Sanford and Sons in Kansas City?
Oh yeah. I mean, when they would let me do 3 minutes. Yeah. I was there like right after they burned down the club the first time.
Right.
Yeah. Like when I got there, Chris Porter had just left and he was doing Last Comic and was like the god when he would roll back.
Yeah. Okay.
Such a cool guy. It was like, hey, Porter's in town, like that sort of excitement.
Yeah. So tell me about Saturday Night Live. I know you were on that for at least a year, maybe more.
Nope. Just one. It was, it was fine. I mean,
how did you get the audition? How'd that whole thing come about?
Oh, well, so I was in LA, because the initial idea, I'm sure like when you're little, you want to be on some TV show or whatever. And
SNL.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, and then you start doing stand up and you fall in love with that. And then SNL left my idea. You know, it was like, I just want to be a great stand-up comedian. I want to create television shows. I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And then, you know, you get all the representation and shit that you get. And they're like, hey, do you want to put a tape together for SNL? This is when like they're having like a big exodus, like Andy Samberg and Bill Hader and Armisen and Sudeikis are all leaving. And I was like, well, I didn't think that was in the cards for me anymore. But I was like, okay. And I put together my manager had me come into her office. We taped it in her office. Is real. I just did all characters. I can't do impressions or whatever. And they were just stupid bullshit, like a shy bodybuilder, stuff like that, you know, like,
right.
Yeah. And we sent it to him. And then I went back to work. I had a full-time job as an engineer at Caltech because I went to college and got an engineering degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was a biomedical engineer working at Caltech. And then I get a call at Caltech from my agent that's like, yo, SNL got back. And I was like, they watched it? And she was like, they said it was like not what they were looking for, but it was like it was outside the box, and they liked that.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I can't believe it was even seen by them. And then, you know, I got Montreal like that summer.
Yeah.
Or whatever, just for laughs, which is this it's a thing, you know.
Yeah, it's the biggest comedy festival for comedians. It's like the Super Bowl of comedy festivals. It's the biggest one. You can get discovered there, get deals made there. And
right, exactly. Yeah. And there's this exciting thing that matters so much until you get it and realize it doesn't really matter, called New Faces, where they pick like 12 comics from North America, and they're like, hey, these are the 12 new comics that we think, you know.
Yeah. And
I got that after auditioning for like 5 years. And then Seth Meyers was there watching, you know, and I had a great set, and which was like kind of a testament to where I'm sure you get it. Like when you're a new comic, you're upset you're not getting things and you're pissed. You're like, I deserve that. I deserve that. And then it just really, they were right. And when you do get it, you're ready for it.
Right.
And so it went really well. Like I just, like, it was like after that Montreal, I could kind of, it opened a lot of doors, and I knew I was going to get to quit engineering.
That's
and
great,
it led directly to SNL. Like SNL was like, you want to come right here. And then I was writing there for 3 weeks before they were like, you should be on it too. And then I was like, okay. And then that lasted a year before they're like, we've made a big mistake.
That's great. So when you went there, did you have to do the audition there on the stage in front of Lauren? Or was it different for you because you were a writer?
No, I did it all. They came out so I do Montreal. It goes great. Then my buddy Nick Rutherford, who's a great guy, he gets a call. Hey, Lauren's coming out to see his sketch group, Good Neighbor, who it was him, Kyle Mooney, and Beck Bennett were in the sketch group. And I was like, that's awesome. I was so excited for my buddy. And then my phone rang. It's like, you're going to be basically on the showcase for them. And I was like, cool. So I'd read Jay Moore's book, and he talked about his audition for SNL. He's like, I just didn't really give a shit, and I went kind of drunk. So I was like, all right. So I got pretty toasty and just fucked around. I didn't really do any characters. I just goofed, and I was super loose. And they mistook that for the amount of confidence you need to be on that show. And then, flew me out to New York. It's not like I was wasted. I still was doing jokes, but I was just like, I was making fun of it. Like, I did like 4.5 minutes of stand up, and I was like, I'll do some characters because you guys seem to think that shit's cute. And I think Lauren loved that I was like acting above the show.
Right.
When in reality, I was just didn't think I could get it.
Yeah.
So then I get a call, come to New York, you're going to test. Great. I go there. I fly there. Once again, I'm like, this is all stupid. This is nuts. This is ridiculous. We're not getting this at all. And the smartest thing I did, if anybody ever out there listening gets to audition for SNL, I really recommend this. I wasn't sure if they were going to check your bag or not because it's, a big, important building, 30 Rock. But I brought like 3 tall boys of Heineken because I'd heard you wait a long time in a dressing room. And so I waited in there like 2 or 3 hours, but I didn't mind it because I was just jamming out to my phone, drinking beers, not getting too worried. So once again, by the time I roll on stage, I'm fucking loose. And I'm just like, all right, let's do this. It goes so bad. It was like, because I was just doing stand-up, and it's okay to do characters to silence. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, they're seeing what I can do.
Right.
Because they don't laugh. But hitting the punchline to nothing, to literally nothing, was soul crushing. So
I couldn't imagine. So I mean, there had to be someone in the theater. I guess it was like 5 people in there. There's a camera guy. There might be Lorne Michaels, another showrunner or something.
Yep.
And
they're in there just mean mugging. All I heard was Lauren chomping popcorn.
Oh.
And then I go back to my hotel and I'm packing to leave. And then my agent calls and she's like, they said you did great. I go, well, who the fuck said that? And then I stayed a few more days, met them, met everybody, had dinner with Lauren and shit. And then what they did was they're like, you're going to come right for the show.
Okay.
And I was like, great. I don't have to be an engineer. So because they liked the stand-up enough there, they're like, oh, he probably has other ideas. And then once I was there, I was just kept goofing around so much. I just didn't, because I just was like, I didn't know you were supposed to be afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
So I was still just very confident. And they just were like, hey, this guy should be in the cast. And then once I got in the cast, it was a lot tougher to, it's a lot harder when you're a cast member to get somebody to write with you than when you're a writer. Like, because the 3 weeks I was writing there, I would go up to, these senior writers who are incredible, the funniest people in the world, great sketch writers. And I'd be like, I have this idea. And they're excited to help you with the idea because the whole idea is like, let's make this sketch great. Mm-hmm. But then once I'm a cast member, I'm like, hey, I have this idea. I have an ulterior motive of like, I need to be funny in this too. Right. It's tougher to... It's just like there's a real night and day difference between writing for the show and being on the cast. And it was just tough, man. It was a difficult year. I had, anybody you'll talk to who's ever done it will say it's like literally 100% the highest highs you'll ever have in comedy and also the lowest lows. Yeah. Like nothing was cooler than doing Weekend Update stand-up. And also nothing was sadder than like my 10th week in a row of not getting a sketch on.
Yeah. My buddy Jeff Richards was on that show for a season or two, and he says exact same thing. It is so competitive, and I hate that. Like, that's what I love about just doing stand-up by myself. Mm-hmm. I don't have to compete with anybody for anything. But that show, creatively, having to compete creatively, it would ruin me because I'd be so worried about getting something through that I'm not actually using all of my brain power for the use of hilarity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm just like a friend. It's, maybe narcissistic to say like I'm a friendly person. Like I wanted to get along with everybody. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let's go out, let's do this. Let's, hey, we're all, and not knowing that like, hey, this is an institution. You're coming in way late, bud. Yeah. Like we've got our own friendships. Like we've got, like, we don't all want to hang out, rah, rah, rah. We're, you're 26 and excited. We're kind of, this is just our job.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just kind of like slowly realizing like, oh, maybe I'm annoying, just like walking in rooms I probably shouldn't have walked into to say what's up, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? They're like, get out of here. We're the head writers. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I just didn't know. It was my first job like that. So I wasn't aware to, maybe tread a little more lightly.
And how did they tell you that they were going to let you go?
Oh, it was awful. It was the last meeting I had with Lauren was he told me, I mean, he really said this, and I was like at an after party after I'd done like a weekend update where I got to do stand up, and he was great when you did great, and then when you didn't do great, he was just cold. You know, he was just cold. Not a bad guy, but just, you know, knows how to run a weird little empire.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I hope you get comfortable here because, you know, you're going to be here 7 years." And I was like, that means a lot, like, because I'm really nervous. And then, you know, the next phone call I get about it is like, "Yo, you're not renewed," from my agents. And but that was, you know, like 4 months later. Okay. You know, where it's not like he said that one day and then I was fired the next. But I think it was just, he was like, "Hey, you did great." And like, you know, he was at an after party. He's probably just happy, you know. Right. And then, you know, he had to make some, you know, the season like didn't do well. Yeah. And they blamed the new cast, which I thought was kind of wild. I'm like, we just got here. Yeah. But it was, you know, overall, I made a lot of really cool friends that like I've maintained those friendships, and that it was, you know, it's, would I like to have crushed it? Fuck yeah. You know, of course. But am I glad I still got to do it? Of course.
Well, you know, look, you're a part of history now that you can say you were on SNL. That's amazing. Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, I always ask this question of the comedians that zoom in because my dad was a big influence on my comedy career. He was funny. He's a funny dude. He got Class Clown. I got Class Clown. What about you? Would you say your dad is a funny guy? You got any good funny dad stories?
I mean... No, he's funny, but I'm the youngest. He's funny. Sure. He does crazy shit. I'll say that. One time, I mean, I was just really quiet. I just had like, according to my family, I was the least funny one, you know, cause I was just the youngest, and there's, you know, a hectic house. But, my dad, one time we went to the Field of Dreams for some living in Iowa, the Field of Dreams is huge, and I lived like 15 miles from it.
I've been there.
And it sucks. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking boring.
It's in the middle of nowhere, and there's nothing to do.
Yeah, so that's where I grew up. And but one time they had like Cooperstown night there, or whatever. And all these all-stars played. All these, like, you know, literal fucking Hall of Famers played. My dad loves George Brett. I'm named Brooks after Brooks Robinson. My brother's Brett after George Brett.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my dad gets drunk enough to buy the game-worn George Brett jersey afterwards, you know? And then he was wearing it, fucking hanging out in the parking lot. And then somebody came over and was like, "Oh, my God, George Brett's just hanging out in the parking lot." So he just starts signing shit. He just started like a line for him, and he's just like signing fucking George Brett on all these people's gear until like some fucking guy came up here and he's like, "This is not George Brett, guys. Like this guy lives down the street."
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I always thought that was pretty funny.
All right, dude. Hey, Brooks, good to see you, man.
Yeah, man, I'm a fan. I'm really honored that you asked me to be on this. I can't wait to, you know, run into you out on the road in you know, a few years, hopefully. Probably Tampa.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug anything?
Oh, yeah, please. I have a podcast that I really like. John, you're going to do it. I'm excited. I have a podcast called Entry Level where I interview comedians and musicians and actors about all the jobs they had before they could quit those jobs and make a living doing professional life. Like I just had Bill Burr on and Tim Heidecker.
Oh, wow.
Like Taron Killam, Bobby Moynihan, Kyle Mooney. Like basically, if you like comedy, I've got like a big enough library that you can go look at Entry Level. You'll find someone you're interested in, and you'll love it. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm stoked to hear about some of these shitty jobs. I bet, actually, you know what? I bet you were born with a golden spoon in your mouth.
I cannot wait to tell you. All right, stay tuned for more with Brooks Wheelan. Go to his podcast. We'll be right back.
Oh,
All right. Thank you, Brooks Wheelan. Great story. Don't forget to check out his podcast. I'm going to be a guest on there eventually. It's called Entry Level. Speaking of entry level, we got two interns over here. Isaiah, we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and we see the comments. What are people saying, Intern Isaiah?
Thomas called my pumpkin a crack-o'-lantern.
That's good. Instead of jack-o'-lantern,
A crack.
crack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Because that's what you said. It looks like it's on crack because he only got 2 teeth. Actually, what are you using for the teeth? I'm curious. What is that white thing in the front physically?
Screwed in some plastic teeth.
All right, so those aren't real teeth.
No.
I'm curious what. So did you go to a store?
We just bought some cheap teeth at the Dollar General.
Dollar General.
You could
So that
screw
whole
in.
thing came with. Was there more teeth involved? Or did you
Yeah,
just,
there was some more teeth in there.
What'd you do with the other teeth?
I put
My
the
buddy
pack
John
up.
Heffer could use some of those too. He's got a baby tooth right here.
We'll
we talk
send
about
the
it.
tooth to John Heffer.
Yeah, send it to John Heffron. I do another podcast. I don't want you to get mad at me.
I'm mad. I'm jealous. I'm going to call my therapist tomorrow.
Oh, man. I wish I still had the therapy cat for you, but I gave it to
I
Samantha.
know. You give my
Kingston.
therapy cat away. What am I going to do now? Tell me about it.
I'm sorry, dude. I do another podcast with a friend of mine called John Heffron. It's called Heffron and Reap. It's very funny. He's funny. I listen to him mostly. If you go to heffronandreap.com, check it out. We've done a couple. We go live like this.
Yep.
We had Jeff Richards, also an SNL guy, zoom in, and a very funny dude named Reno Collier zoom in. So if you're into the podcast, you're having a good time. There's one more you could do, heffronandreap.com. Elliott, I see that you've lowered your ginger beard mask. Did you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Thank you very much. Yes, in fact, I did. I wanted to give a shout out to my wife, Linda, for all of her hard work and creativity. She's really the brain. This is her brainchild. I did a little bit of the work, went to work, and when I came home, he was transformed.
Well, good job, Linda. We appreciate your support. Another person who's a big fan of the show, another supporter, Samantha Dawn Kingston.
Yep.
And you guys have
SDK.
You have a card from her.
I
in
have
front
a
of
card.
you.
I don't want to point out that you do not have
Isaiah has a card.
Isaiah has a card.
Alan Jackson has a card.
Where's your card at?
I don't.
You didn't get one.
I don't
That
have a
happens
card.
sometimes.
The Alan Jackson's got one. Isaiah's got one, and you got one. Me and Elliot,
I'm going to read it.
we don't have a card. Why don't you read Samantha Dawn Kingston's card? But before you do that,
okay.
coming up next, don't worry, small town news story. About to get silly up
It's
in
silly.
here.
It's going to be silly.
It's going to be silly. All right, go ahead.
It says wicked. No,
Okay.
That's,
You're
Thanks.
wicked. You're wicked smart.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh-oh. It's Halloween, and you're not a little wicked. What's the point? Sure hope it's a wicked good time for you this year.
All right.
And I got some Halloween stickers. I got some Wolfman stickers here.
Oh, man.
Be good for the Halloween the charity ball.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
But you didn't get any.
I don't have anything.
I don't want
like
to point
that.
it out.
Can
Thank
I,
you.
Can I see the card?
I mean, you could see them.
I mean, can you hold it up to me where I can see it from? Okay.
Yeah,
and
see,
then
I-
can I see the stickers?
The stickers
Are
here.
those stickers?
Yeah, I might let you have one.
Never mind.
Nah.
How
probably
about
not.
Intern Isaiah? What's your card say? Have you opened it yet?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read it to us.
There's some stickers that fell
Yeah,
out.
be careful. There might be things in there.
She said, hope your day is spookily sweet. Happy Halloween.
Oh.
From your spooky friend, Samantha Kingston.
That's sweet.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Wow. And so, the Alan Jackson, you have one. You want to give it to Elliott and let Elliott read it on your behalf since you're not mic'd up? Elliott, why don't you crack open that card and read it for the Alan Jackson? And if you can, try and sound like the Alan Jackson, the best you can.
Oh, man.
Like if you can do an impression.
you
Now
do an
remember,
Alan
there's
Jackson impression?
remember the Alan Jackson is a country singer.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
I'm
you could
keeping
go.
these stickers.
Yeah, we got stick. You're behind the. Yeah, get closer to the camera and lean in.
Now, I asked if I was going to be doing any reading because I need my glasses. When nighttime falls and spooky sights are seen.
You need some readers.
I think I do.
Sebastian has
It
some readers.
says, when nightmare falls and spooky sights are seen, I'll
be
wishing you a happy Halloween.
No, it's rhyme. It's
Spooky
poetry.
regards.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Samantha
Kingston.
from Virginia.
I mean, I don't know why I'm saying thank you. You guys should thank her.
Thank you, Samantha. And we do appreciate
Thank
you
you.
not sending John one. If it didn't get lost in the mail, we're even happier about that.
Yeah, well,
We're done with the celebrity guy anyway.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm just happy you guys are listening and watching. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. You know, we're number 2.
Number 2.
We're ranked number 2 according to the World Podcasting Federation and the World Podcasting Association. I think there's 2 different. We're ranked twice. So I don't know what you guys are doing, but we appreciate it.
We beat Bob Saget.
We did beat Bob Saget.
And he's got the Olsen twins.
Yeah, right. All right. So look, do I want to plug tour dates? Eventually. What else do I need to tell everybody, Alan? Should we just get to the small town news segment? Okay, so this next segment, let me just tell you a little bit what's going to happen here.
Okay.
There's a lot of negative news. I mean, if you turn on any news channel, it's all about, politics or diseases, or people are just unhappy. But what we try to do is try to find those fun little stories that fall through the cracks, the silly, fun ones that are sort of country-ish, sort of redneckish, if you will. Thank you, Alan. I was running out of things to say. Take it away, Justin.
We're just small-town dudes with small-town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right, Sebastian, what do you have for me today?
A silly story.
Yeah, we need a silly story.
A silly story.
Something fun.
So let me read a couple things here. Here's the headline. Silly walks caught on camera take over Montgomery County community, and this is in Ellens Park, Pennsylvania.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say in the beginning of that?
Silly walks.
Silly walks?
Yes.
Okay, like you're walking silly.
Silly, yes.
Oh.
So I'll read just a couple paragraphs here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it.
All right.
Nearly 50 years ago to the day, Monty Python. Do you know who Monty Python is?
Yes, of course. I love me some Monty Python. When I was a kid, it came on right after Benny Hill.
Well, you had a good.
Before Benny Hill.
You had better aluminum foil than I did.
I
because we couldn't pick Benny Hill up for Benny. Yeah, you couldn't do it. I couldn't get it.
You couldn't get Benny
No,
Hill?
even if you put the extra hanger on your teeth.
Yeah,
you couldn't get it.
So I do remember that, but as a kid, sometimes it was a little before my time because they're so heady and smart, and they had the thick English accent.
Right.
And it was hard for me to understand
British,
it.
yeah.
Later in life, I got to rediscover them and love them again. Monty Python, John Cleese, all those guys.
Yes.
And I've worked with John Cleese, as a matter of fact.
Oh, we're going to talk about that in
John
just a
Cleese.
second.
So this is based on that.
Based on that, let me read this.
Okay.
We'll go to a couple videos I want to show you.
All right.
All right. So, the Ministry of Silly Walks. This was a sketch that Monty Python did. Very famous. Did their physical comedy routine would come to inspire a trend that's keeping spirits high during a global pandemic. It's just a little spark of fun and silliness in the middle of everything else that's going on, said Cindy Applebaum. She found the trend through Instagram and decided to tag along. So, this is what she did.
Yeah.
She printed a sign that reads, on her street,
Yep.
you have now entered the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Silly Walks. So commence silly walking immediately. It hangs on the fence outside her house where curious passerbys feel compelled to bust a move for the camera.
I love this. What's her name? Cindy Applebaum?
Cindy Applebaum. And she now joins a dispersed list of silly walk jurisdictions, including one in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Wow. So,
yeah.
What I wanted to do is,
yeah,
for a lot of people who don't even know what this is, Monty Python,
yeah,
I had to refresh myself.
Right. Why don't we give Alan? You want to pull up a sneak? So this is old. This is what she's basing this on.
Yes.
Let's give everybody a little preview of, or let's go walk down there. There it is.
Time, please. Nice, I have. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you guys get the idea. That's the old sketch. That's
That's
Monty
the sketch
Python.
that your friend. You just said that you work with this guy.
Yes. So at Montreal Just for Laughs Festival, I did one of the big galas there, and he was the host.
Oh.
And I remember seeing him on the other side of the stage because that's where he was coming in and out between comedians, introducing them.
Yep.
And I'm like, I want to, and I could see him. When there's another comic on stage, he's behind the curtain on that side, I'm behind the curtain on this side, and I'm like, and we're looking right at each other. And I'm like, and he kind of waved to me, and I just said, I love you. And he went like that. And then he introduced me. I did my set, and then when I was done, I saw him laughing. So I have a great memory of John Cleese. Love this guy.
He's awesome.
And I'm loving this girl in Pennsylvania who decided to make people do a silly walk across her sidewalk or in front of her house.
During the pandemic, here we are, right?
Yeah.
Not having any fun.
Right.
So you got to find
we got
fun
video.
things to do. We have a video. Alan,
Okay.
if you'll play the video, we'll watch it and then we'll comment on it.
I wonder if is there audio attached to it too. So what?
Commence silly walking immediately. This whole pandemic and isolation is just so tough for everyone. So let's go silly walk for a minute. Do a little hop, skip, and a jump. It's just a little spark of fun and silliness in the middle of everything else that's going on. There's lots of Instagram silly walk pages.
Wow.
So here we're on sort of a busy street. People walk by all the time. And I thought, wow, wouldn't this be fun and give everybody a little change of pace? I mean, it started with we have security cameras. There's really nothing extra for me to do. Anybody of any ability, you don't need any special skills to participate. So you have to clearly be walking silly for us to post you.
The boys, for a while, were trying to do exactly the walk that they'd seen in the Monty Python clip, which was fun. You know, honestly, with all of us stuck at home right now, it was just so fun to have something different to do and then to go back and look on Instagram and see ourselves and neighborhood friends. I didn't know Cindy before this. It was really funny. She's like, I know you. I have a video of you on our Instagram account. And that sort of sparked the friendship.
It was really popular around the country, and I guess as things have started to open back up, a few have started to shut down. I'm keeping it going because it seems like it brings a little joy to the neighborhood.
Wow. Man, that's great. And she has an Instagram account or something?
She has an Instagram account. You can look it up. You can follow her on Instagram. But what's cool about this is they post a sign up, right?
Yep.
And if you don't participate, that's okay.
Right.
You're not going to be on camera.
Right. You're not going to be on camera.
But if you do silly walk, you are formally agreeing that we're going to post you all over the world to laugh at you.
I absolutely love that.
This is awesome.
We need to. So she's on Twitter.
She's on.
Is there anything on her Twitter page? Oh, here it is.
You got it.
I see it right here at Elkins Park .
Oh yeah, right there.
Silly walks.
We got it right there.
Yeah, I think we need to do this. Let's join it.
We should.
We're not trying to start or steal anything. It's something that's trending. We could just join it. I wonder if Elliott or Isaiah could do that walk. I mean, look how I couldn't. This dude's flexible. Can you kick that high?
I think it's long legs.
Look how close his knee is. And this John Cleese is a tall dude.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you
I need to get this outfit.
How high could you think you could get your leg?
I think I could throw it high.
I'm 19 and I can't get my leg up that high.
Elliott, what do you think? You think you could give us a silly walk?
If I sit down on the floor, one of you are going to have to pull me up. I'm
Lord,
old.
look at these old guys.
I wonder, Alan, if we I didn't plan this.
Oh, this is bad.
And we're going live. This is what happens on live things, you know. Could we take that camera and position it over there, light up that room, and have Isaiah try to give us a silly walk? While you're doing it, I could talk about other
There's
things.
no
You could
way
just
I
leave.
can get my leg up that high.
Oh, this is great. All right.
Crack engineer staff is on it.
I'm going to kill some time. All right, folks. I got new tour dates, buddy. New tour date. I just got an email from my agent, and my website will be updated soon. There are some dates on my website, johnreap.com. that are valid, that are happening. For example, I will be in Toledo, Ohio, October 29, 30, and 31 at the Funny Bone. Then my next gig will be Charleston, South Carolina at the Charleston Music Hall. That's November 20th. But John Reap is going back out there, okay?
We're back in business.
We're back in business, buddy. Here's the gigs coming up. Nashville, Tennessee. That's New Year's Eve. Liberty Township in January. Appleton, Wisconsin's going to happen. Omaha, Nebraska's going to happen. Raleigh, North Carolina's going to happen. Columbus, Ohio. Washington, D.C. Fort Worth, Texas, and Des Moines, Iowa. A lot of gigs are coming up. You can find all of those at johnreap.com. Click on the tour dates. The Alan Jackson, you're telling me we've got a shot where we can get some silly walks. Who wants to go first, Isaiah or Elliott?
I'll let you go first. Yeah, come on. I want to see how you do it.
No.
Isaiah, it's on you.
Before
You're
I
a
do
young
it,
man.
are you okay, Alan? Because earlier when you was moving some stuff.
My foot was asleep. It's okay.
Oh, your foot was asleep. Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
I was checking on my boss. Okay. How do you...
All right, look. Do you need to see the video again? Do you want me to come in there and show you?
Yeah.
All right. So look, I'll be.
Go ahead.
Let me show you how to do it, buddy. John Cleese. Now I'm not flexible at all.
Well, I can't get my leg up that high.
I'm not flexible at all, but he kind of goes. Am I on camera here?
No, like there you are. Yep.
And I'm gonna go this way. All right. So he kind of goes like this.
I'll
I ain't flexible.
you.
He kind of goes. That's as far as it goes.
Like that?
That's as far as it goes.
Like that?
Whoa! Don't kick me. Come here and do it that way. No, go
This way. So like.
Good job, Elliott. I mean, Isaiah.
I'll take the credit for it.
Elliott, you did good too, just sitting there
Why are
watching.
you
like
giving
that.
him credit for it?
I get you two mixed up. Intern, Elliott, Isaiah, it's all got the I-E sound in front of it. Good job. I'm winded.
Silly walks will get you, dude.
You know what? That could be a workout routine. You know, the silly walk routine.
Forget this Zumba.
Forget
You forget the Zumba. You need to come to John Reap's silly walk workout routine. It's gonna be every Tuesday and evening. No, let's go Wednesday.
We'll do it out here in the parking lot.
We'll do it
when
in the
we're
parking
done.
lot.
You want to come here, burn some calories?
Forget this CrossFit crap.
Forget
man.
the CrossFit. We're not
Tell your
flipping
brother
tires.
we're done.
We're not doing burpees.
We're doing
silly walks. Well, we'll put like a Fitbit on ourselves,
Yeah,
and we'll see how many calories we burn.
We'll do.
That's a great workout.
6 steps at a time.
What's her name again? The lady? Cindy?
That is Cindy Applebaum. Look her up. Support her. Watch the video.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
We
We'll
need-
do this. We'll when we come up with something. We'll maybe go to downtown Hickory.
Yeah.
Put up a ministry of
silly
walks. We'll put it up on
And
maybe on the strip.
we'll air it on our podcast and give them props for
Yes, right in front of a couple
it.
of
Because
restaurants.
think about it. This is perfect. It's cardio. It's happiness.
Yes.
It's fun, goofy. It's safe. I'm all about it, man. I hate to give him credit. Stamos is a flexible dude. I've seen him kick. He can kick pretty high. I bet you he'd be good at this.
He could silly walk.
We'll make him. Oh yeah. How can we? We'll have to figure out a way to
get him
prank
drunk
him on
first,
this.
probably.
We'll get him drunk. All right. Well, thank you. The town may have been small, but the news was huge. All right, everybody. What a fantastic time I've had up in here today. I hope you at home watching this live, or even if you're listening to it later, I hope you had a good time. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share. And, the best way to tell people about this podcast, we love it. We love sharing. We love it when you tell other people about us. If you go to country-ish-podcast.com, you can listen to the show right there. You can watch the show right there. You can look at old episodes. There's the last one we did with Fortune Feimster. Also, don't forget, we have a bonus dish. That's audio only. If you subscribe to the audio only version of the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, I mean, we're everywhere. You know what I mean? Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher. If you're the kind of person that listens to it, we have a bonus dish that's an extended version of Fortune Feimster's interview. So just know that. But go to countryishpodcast.com. And there's a support button. You want to be a Patreon supporter? You want to? We got a bunch of new ones. We're up to 26 right now. We'd love to get 200. So there's many ways you can support the show. Patreon is one of them. I gave you my tour dates. Ginger Beard Man still up on Amazon Prime. Ginger Pain on YouTube. I think we had a good show today. What are your thoughts, Sebastian?
Had a great time, man.
A lot of victories today.
A lot of victories. Smoked a cigar, drank a few beers.
Isaiah, how do you feel about today?
Isaiah was a flexible man.
Today was a great show.
Yeah. Shout out Hickory Haunts, Brooks Wheelan, The Alan Jackson. Let's wrap this puppy up. For Intern Isaiah, for Intern Elliott, for The Alan Jackson, for Sebastian, I'm John Reap. We'll talk to you later. Bicycle!
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. My town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for Country-ish. Go on,
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us in many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.